Hello, I'm Michelle. Today we'll be discussing the methods that you can use to form your LLC in Kansas. Now we're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps needed to actually register your Kansas LLC. I'll also be explaining the key terms known as registered agent and another very important term known as piercing the corporate veil. Now if you're not aware of these terms, then you definitely want to watch this video. The primary reason for having an LLC in Kansas is its economic structure. However, around 45% contribution to GDP comes from the agriculture in the state. But there are oil, gas, and manufacturing units and so many more industries that help in the economic growth. And an LLC in Kansas can receive various business funding options. Kansas is a state that houses too many advanced industries, the biggest one being aerospace and transportation equipments. And after that comes the food and tobacco-based production. You can start off your Kansas LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms or you can send it off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy and secure method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose. Number 3 is that you can go ahead and hire an attorney. Coming to a very common question, but a very important question nonetheless. Now, what exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity combining a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets, thus giving you personal asset protection. When you're starting your LLC in Kansas, you mainly have to file your certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $160. So in this video, we're going to be discussing option number 1 and option number 2, but placing emphasis on exactly why you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly. Because this is one of those things where you can't afford missing out any of the key information or have any misunderstandings. TailorBrands is really good and competent professional service that you can get, because filing an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. All of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below so you can easily go and check them out. And now I'm going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when you're forming your LLC in Kansas. The first step to starting off your LLC in Kansas is basically choosing the business name. Simple, right? Now, before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember, it should be available in the state, and should follow the LLC naming guidelines. You can find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. The specific requirements that need to be followed when naming your company are: number 1, your business name should be available, and no other existing business in Kansas can share that name. Each name is unique to its owner. LLC or limited liability company should be there as suffix in the company name. You cannot use any name for your business that is confusing or misleading. Now, terms such as Treasury, State, FBI, CIA, and so on should not be included. Number 4 is that terms like bank, university, attorney, and doctor, they can be added, but only after you fill out the additional requirements by the Kansas state government. Now, let's say you don't wish to file your LLC right now, but you do want to hold on to the name that you've decided. Then you can reserve your LLC name for 120 days. Now, to keep the name, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $30 online or $35 if you're filing it via mail. Now, reserve the name and that's it. The second and highly vital step to forming an LLC in the state of Kansas is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that will act and work on your LLC's behalf, and they will receive all the important paperwork and other official government correspondence. Now, this is why you need to hire a very competent agent for your LLC. Make sure your registered agent is a resident of Kansas or has a physical street address there. The business address is used as the LLC's principal address in Kansas. Most LLC formation companies also do provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service, and even if you buy their cheapest plan, which is around $49 a year, you also get registered agent service and so many more services at a very reasonable price. The key thing to know when getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one. Because in case of any lawsuit or if you do get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, most people believe that they're setting up the LLC for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC is to limit your liability. Basically, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they can't really go after your personal assets. And when you're sued, the attorney who's the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. And this is where they're going to pierce the corporate veil. The first thing they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent, if the agent is legit, and have them been filing the appropriate paperwork. Now, the third and important step in forming an LLC is to file the certificate of formation. The Kansas Articles of Organization is a legal document needed to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs $165 to file your formation certificate in Kansas. Now, the certificate of formation includes details like the name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, and structure of the company, whether it's member managed or manager managed. Now, before you're hiring employees in Kansas, one should really know about the rules and regulations thoroughly to avoid any future issues. We suggest using Tailor Brands to file a certificate of formation because they provide an easier way to fill out the forms without any confusions or missing any steps. If you do get stuck anywhere, they do have a live chat that will definitely help you out as soon as they can. Coming to the fourth step, which is filing the operating agreement. An operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business resolution, and so much more. This helps reduce a lot of future conflicts. When it comes to filing a Kansas LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it is ideal to have one that contains the details of your entire business operation. It's recommended that it should be done by using a professional service such as Tailor Brands, since they know exactly what to do and you won't have to worry about missing any detail. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. The EIN, also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number which is given by the IRS to make it easier to identify the type of businesses for tax purpose and taxes in general. Now, the EIN is necessary for any business or any form of businesses for that matter. The EIN is needed when the LLC starts hiring employees. Now, to obtain an EIN, one has to fill up a form which can be done online or by mail, and you just have to submit it to the IRS. Now, you can also get an EIN assistant through Tailor Brands who can help you out with the process. I'll be leaving the links to all of the resources in the description below. You can go there and you can check out which of the options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how you can file your forms using Tailor Brands. So this is the website for Tailor Brands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. Tailor Brand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let Tailor Brands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through Tailor Brands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using Tailor Brands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. So what's next? Now that you've created your Kansas LLC, there are still a few things you're probably missing out. Now you need a company business account. You need a business credit card. You're going to need to file the business permits and licenses and get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which covers your employees. And you're going to need to fill out the Kansas annual report every year. I hope this detailed video helped you out on how to exactly start your LLC in Kansas. I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the little notification button. Thank you for watching.